Okay, start.
I'll tell you something how the garbage disposal works in Switzerland and how we can replicate the same model, customizing it for the Indian conditions. Now, what we have over there is that the garbage is segregated into various buckets. And the buckets are, if you have glass bottles, you keep it in a separate box which is available. If you have cans, beer cans or some aluminium cans or whatever, then you put it in a different bucket. And that bucket is a special bucket wherein you rotate a wheel which will crush the whole can and it goes directly inside and which can be reused for some other purpose. Apart from that, we have dry waste, we have wet waste which is segregated separately, and the fifth box which we have is about hazardous waste, which is like batteries, old laptops, maybe some palm tops, mobile phones. You can just dump it over there and they take it and they dispose in a manner which is not affecting the environment. So what I said is about the 5 buckets. I'll just repeat that. The first one is about the glass bottles. We have a separate bucket. We have tins, aluminium or steel or whatever, old vessels, separate bucket. We have a bucket for dry waste. We have a bucket for wet waste. And the fifth one which we have is about the hazardous material like batteries or mobile phones or laptops is the fifth one. So these are the 5 buckets which we have. Apart from that, they have a program on a weekly basis, wherein every week they come to your house and pick up the newspapers and magazines and cardboards. So what every household does is they neatly place all the newspapers and cardboards. They put just jo dori hota hai, rassi, that thread they just tie it and keep it outside. Each society will have a place, designated area where they'll keep it. So on a Monday morning they come and they collect all the newspapers. So once in a week, every Monday they come and collect all the newspapers. Apart from that, one more learning which we had is about the plantation, because in the European countries like Switzerland, it's all green and everybody is having their own lawn area wherein they cut the grass and all those things, right? So what they do is the government provides them a special bag in which they put all the plantations, and once in a month they place it outside the house on a designated day, and the government van comes and they pick up the plantations and they take it along with them. So that's about the plantation. They also have a day in a month just to extend this knowledge what we have gained from the European countries as well as the US. In Switzerland, what they have is that once in a month, all the old furniture which you have, be it mattresses or which you are changing, or bed sheets or old clothes or some kitchen appliances, you want to dispose of. So what happens is that once in a month you keep it outside the building in a designated area. The government van comes and they come in a very big truck, okay, huge truck, wherein they can also can also accommodate huge furniture item also like cupboards, and they take it along with them and they dispose it off in a safe way. So this is how the waste management is being handled abroad. One more good learning which we had from Switzerland is experiences that the bag in which you put your dry or wet waste, basically you pay as you for the amount of garbage which you create. Let me put it in a very simple way. The government distributes garbage bags in all the departmental stores or any small shops also, and each garbage bag costs 2 francs. 2 Swiss francs means roughly 90 rupees. So what happens is that once you have a wet waste or a dry waste, you put it in that particular bag and then you keep it outside your premises. Twice a week they come and collect the dry and wet waste. Now, first of all you pay for the bag, and it means that you pay for the garbage which you create in your house. So when you pay for the garbage which you create in your house, that in a way you are paying it to the government, and that government uses as as a finance kind of revenue stream which they use for payment to the staff, the garbage cleaning staff, the trucks which they are using for collection of garbage. So in a way you pay for the garbage which you create and give the money to the government, and government in turn uses that money for the salaries of the staff and for for buying the vans and all those things. So I don't know whether we can do this in India, but again it's a step going forward. If you can do the basic things first and maybe in future get into that more, maybe from the Pune Municipal Corporation or from the local municipal corporation which we have in India, if we can have that kind of a drive wherein we educate the people that okay fine, you create the waste but you pay for whatever waste you're creating, because each bag comes with a capacity of say maybe 2 kilos, and 2 kilos means you pay say 2 rupees for one bag. So it means you end up paying, per kilo you pay 1 rupee to the government. In a way, it becomes a revenue stream for the government, which they can use for providing better garbage disposal facilities. Maybe install a plant or whatever. So there is a one way of stream coming from the household and some sponsorship from the government. Then they can have a better garbage disposal facility for each locality. So that's about the key learnings which we had from the Swiss experience. I hope it's useful to one and all, and each and every local municipal offices of each state or each locality, or even if it means to one society.